Hey guys, I don't know if you've heard, there's this app that's been going around, it's super popular. I think it's called like TikTok or something like that. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of videos about what's called BookTok, and the controversy is about all these people who are like really into reading books. It started off as like just this nice little hashtag that people would use to recommend each other books and series that they loved, and now it's slowly becoming this place full of degeneracy and these weird genres of books that people are reading. And there's this thing called spice level, and that determines how spicy the content of the book is, apparently. Me personally, I stand with the TikTok girlies. Ladies, I think that you can read whatever you want and like whatever you want, no matter what the spice level is. People are just judging you. And so and I want to reach out to the BookTok community. I want to recommend some anime or manga for you guys. Don't worry, I got some good stuff with some really nice spice levels in there, just for you. My first recommendation is gonna have to be Redo of Healer. Now this even recommending it as a joke feels weird. This is a very nice story about a guy who just wants to undo the wrongs that others have done onto him. One would call it a revenge narrative. I call it a redemption narrative. The spice level on this out of 10, I would give it around a 2 to 3. It's not the most tame thing on my recommendation list for you TikTok girlies, but you know, it's a good starting point. Next up, I actually own the manga for this one. I'm gonna if you guys are for any of the lesbos in chat, we got Citrus. Now this is a why do I own this? I don't know. The spice level on this I would give out of 10 probably around maybe like a 1.5 to a 2. It's not that spicy, but again, it's a good entry level series for people who browse through the BookTok hashtag. This story is basically about forbidden love, and you know how a lot of the BookTok girlies love forbidden love and reading about things that are just not okay. So for my next recommendation, I'm gonna have to go with School Days. Now, School Days, it's, you know, compared to the last two that I just mentioned, School Days is gonna have a spice level of around 4 to 5 out of 10. Again, this is like sort of your midway field of you're kind of getting into the more spicy stuff. It's just an incredible series that I haven't watched. How do I explain what this series is about, having never watched it? You know, I'll just be completely honest with the BookTok people. You're gonna like this because every character in this is a shitty person. They're just terrible people, and they do terrible things to each other. And you're gonna love it. Okay, for my next recommendation, we're gonna up the spice levels just a little bit. We're gonna go with Boku no Pico. Now, obviously, a lot of people, especially within the anime community, refer to this as the perfect starter anime. Whenever someone recommends anime manga to someone who have never consumed anything within that sort of field of media, we would always recommend Boku no Pico, and for good reason. It's always good to start off with a higher spice level, so then when you watch more of the higher spice levels, you're more desensitized to it, and then when you go to the lower ones, it's more tame and it's a lot more of a relaxing read rather than an exciting one. Yeah, Boku no Pico, this one is about I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I've never watched it. It doesn't hurt to revisit the classics. For my next recommendation, I'm going to have to go with, I don't remember what the English name is, but Yosuga no Sora. This one. Now this one masterpiece. Spice level, I'm gonna have to go with about an 8 to a 9. It's a little bit higher than Boku no Pico because me personally, I'm a hipster and I don't really like I don't like to glaze the classics. I like more of the underground stuff. So Yosuga no Sora, I'm gonna have to give a level 8 on the spice level on there, just because the great plot twist at the end. That plot twist just took me aback. You know, you'd think it was going all these different ways, and all of a sudden at the very end, you get hit right in the face with this just incredible ending. I really do believe that the people of BookTok will enjoy this series. I'm gonna it's just really good, and I don't want to spoil any of it because I feel like if I say anything, it will spoil the ending. And I don't want to do that. I want you guys to enjoy the ride. And for my final recommendation is going to be the manga Usagi Drop. Now, I have not read this manga. I have not read anything concerning it. But from what I've heard, it is right up the alley of people who indulge in hashtag BookTok books. I'm gonna give the spice level based off of the ending alone. I gotta give it a 10, right? Like I gotta give it a 10. I gotta give Usagi Drop a 10 on the spice level. I heard the ending was spectacular, depending on who you ask. And there it is. Those are my anime and manga recommendations for the BookTok community. I hope you guys read and watch every single story that I've recommended today. If you guys know of any spicy series that the community of BookTok would love, please drop them down in the comments section below. Anyways, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please look forward to next week's video where I recommend you guys fun activities that you can do at home or at work, or just anywhere really. You know what? I'll give you a sneak peek at one of the activities. You could put ice in a deep fryer. Try it out.